Hello again, Internet. I'm playing another game for the Internet by myself because of reasons. This is a game, is a game, is a game. This is 30XX, the sequel to 20XX, and they are literally Mega Man X, but it's a roguelike. That's the entire premise. I don't remember if I actually helped crowdfund either one, but I was definitely playing 20XX from since alpha in some fashion, and same thing with 30XX when this came out. This is fully released now. You can see version 1.1.04 down there, so it's been out for a bit. But I thought, why not play some of it? Because why not? I'm generally confident that if I start any run, I should be able to finish it, he says, dooming himself to absolute failure. But, whatever. I'm going to give it a shot. Win or lose. Why not? Win or lose. Standard mode. Mega mode, which just makes it play like not a roguelike for the most part. And community, yeah, they use the 30XX maker because apparently we can't use a name for that isn't just stolen from Mario Maker. We're just gonna play standard, the regular. Whoop, and there we go. So there's 2 player characters. One of them is blue and shoots projectiles. One of them is red, and would you even believe it, has a sword. I do wish his charged slash was actually the charged slash from Mega Man Zero. The big, burst thing. But whatever. I prefer X over Zero. Oh, look, we have... This is something relatively new. Complete the armor... Oh! That's fun. So 4 of them are locked behind completing an armor set. Maybe we'll try to do that on purpose. And by 4, I meant 6, because I'm so used to just the 4 armor sets that were in the first game and still in this game. I keep forgetting there's 2 more. Complete a run with at least 20 entropy, question mark, question mark. Actually, before we even start the run, 2 things. 1, if you are a player of this game, maybe you can tell me what the crap to do in here, because I'm still missing secrets. Specifically, a whispered spell reveals a seed of destructive knowledge. Scour your databanks and remember it, which I'm assuming is because you can find, data terminals in stages. We'll probably run across at least 1. And I'm missing 3 data terminals? But I have absolutely no idea where they are, or how to make them appear or whatever. Some of the data terminals were in secret alternate endings to runs. Also, we can pet the cat, which is a very good addition. We like it. Let's see here. We can also, or I can buy stuff that I have to start a run with. But you know what? We're not gonna do that. We'll just start a run. The other thing, the second thing, I've never done this before. I don't think, except as a joke, I don't think Ronaldo or I have ever actually asked people watching the videos to like, comment, subscribe. But I read once, actually twice, that actually works for some frickin' reason. So, hey, if you do, if you're somebody who randomly watches the channel, but isn't subbed, consider it. We don't really put out a lot of stuff. We're not going to clog up your feed. We're a small channel. We don't make any money off of this. We just like doing this for funsies. Old-fashioned Let's Plays kind of thing. If you do enjoy it, if you show the appreciation, we will appreciate it. So, that's all. I'm just going to go ahead and say it here in this, 1 video out of hundreds. And let's start the run. She's out there. She's watching. I'm still not entirely sure who that's I think that might actually be about the trader. Trader, as in trades goods. All right, cat, give me... Oh, no. Oh, no. Verity Beam. Okay, we're doing it. Oh, no. This might have been the worst idea. I don't have a charge shot anymore. Now I am Contra. Oh, God. This, I love Verity Beam, but it is a real double-edged sword if we do not get, you know, the other things we would like to have to make this a good gun, like a very good gun. Oh, man. There was a part of me that was legitimately considering, like, restarting until I got Verity Beam, so I could try to do a Verity Beam run and be like, look at this ridiculousness. And then I decided against it, and the universe said, nope, you're doing it anyway. No playing it safe for you, buckaroo. Oh yeah, if you've never seen the game before, and you're seeing it now, well, there you go. See, it's like Mega Man X, but it's a roguelike. Obviously, I'm no longer charging charge shots, but oh yes, just run into things, Jason. I'm so good. You're kidding me. I'm so good at the video games. Verity Beam does a lot of damage, however, if you can actually keep up on the enemy. Ooh. That's... Obviously, more health is always good. But enemies dropping more health and armor and money is also very good. You know what? I'm going to play it safe for this run. I'll play it safe. Oh, there you go. Here's one of the info terminals I was talking about. If you look in here, you can see there's 3 locked ones, and I have no idea where they are. I assume they're in the stages that I got, that the other, like, similar symbol is from, but I've tried actively looking for them normally and haven't found them, so I presume they're in, like, alternate route endings or whatever. Let's wait for that. Why did I... Jumping off those platforms makes them switch. It makes them Nintendo Switch. Okay, let's see. I am not a speedrunner, so I'm the sort of player who's I'm gonna go try to check every stinking corner for stuff. Who knows where there might be an extra bolt of money. This was a good stage to start in. However, this boss can get real nasty on higher... I'm going to call it intensity, but I don't think that's actually the term this game uses. Let's see here. Buy shop items and max HP when out of nuts. No. Ooh, yeah, let's re-roll that. I have some free re-rolls because of you can buy permanent upgrades in the hub. So yes, we are going to take Core Expander. Core Expander is very good. I'm not very good. That's why I ran into that bullet. Because there are specific... They're called Augs in this game. Which is just the random power-ups. But there's specific ones called cores, which are either weapons or armor. And, yeah, you want those. Those are very, very good. This actually is going to get us a weapon as well, for what we're doing right now. This is a challenge stage that will always get you some weapons to choose from, depending on your... the amount of things you'll have to choose from is dependent on your performance. There we go. And I got all of them, but activating a power in an empty slot fires a charge. Oh, that's new. That's the first time I've run across that. That's interesting. It's also funny to me because that makes me think of the many, many indie games, like very low-budget indie games that play like Mega Man in some fashion, where, and actually a lot of fan games do this too, the charge shot very blatantly is like attached to a special weapon bar even though obviously in normal Mega Man and Mega Man X and whatever, it's absolutely not. And it's either just a facet of how the games, like the game making studio programs they're using or whatever, or in some cases I've literally seen it use like an energy bar, which is very super weird. There was, X3 had that, the secret final power-up. If you got the gold armor, you had got a completely extra weapon energy bar that just made you be fully charged. But as you fired the fully charged shots, it depleted that. Anyway, I'm not taking that because of actually, would that effectively give me back charge shots while using Verity? That's such a... I'm not going to take it, though. We're going to build around the Verity. We're going to try. Trades energy for HP and power damage. You know what? We're just going to salvage this. Scrap is useful. You can give it to the trader for, stuff. And actually, one of the generic things the trader always has is you can trade 2 scrap for 2 core points. So, if we'd taken the beam, with the juice beam, good going me. If we'd actually taken that juice beam, it would have required core points to equip. That's the gimmick with cores and all, cores and armor, or cores and weapons. I mean, because the weapons I don't think are actually called cores, but they're treated like them in that you have to have. And that you have to have core points. Okay. Glory Zone, special challenge. They ripped off Smash Brothers. This was a relatively recent addition. I like it. I joke about it being a ripoff of Smash Brothers. I do like it. I think having not just enemies that try to damage you as the, or be fast as the only forms of challenge. I think, break the targets. This version of break the targets, I think that's a perfectly fine idea. Let's go with penance on this. That's they're called repros, which are little kind of pets, little pet robots that follow you around and do a lot of different things. Penance will, if its projectile tags an enemy, that enemy takes extra damage while it's tagged, which is actually really good with Verity Beam. Because, of course, Verity Beam's individual damage isn't amazing, so the more we can kind of increase the multiplier, as it were, the better. Alright, first boss. I don't remember what any of their names are. They look cool. Absolution, Redeemer's Grace. Although they all have, like... There's no naming scheme in the game. So their names feel... His name, at least, Absolutions, just feels kind of weird. Cool. Let's just... Yep, let's just jump into things and take damage. There we go. Fortunately, since this, like I was saying, this boss can be pretty nasty on higher intensities, but first boss, Verity Beam. We only took 1 hit. Very nice. Actually, the repro, you might notice it looks kind of like that boss, and that's because all the repros are based off of the bosses. And you get boss weapons, because it's Mega Man. But I like that the repros are also based off of bosses in some form. With, like, I guess there's one exception. I guess the Bat repro isn't really based off of anything, but... this boss, because I don't like this guy. Cool design. I'm not... The fight is actually, like, theoretically fun, but I'm not a big fan of how that really plays out. What'll it be this time? And this guy lets you take on extra challenges for stuff. Let's see. Healing is impossible. And at the end, we get, while in red HP, your abilities are greatly increased. You know what? I'll do it. We'll do it. I'll play it safe. I said we were going to play safe anyway. So let's go the full Monty here. And then immediately find a play safe. Another, yes, thank you. Okay. We might need to use the anti-gravity to get to... Yep, we're gonna have to use the anti-gravity here on purpose. Okay. There we go. Playing it safe. What do we get? Repros act as if one level higher. Ooh, cast powers or crit. We're not going to be using powers. So yeah, Zookeeper's Command. And hey, maybe we'll try to finish that armor set. That'll unlock a a color palette. I literally didn't even know that that's how you could unlock some of the color palettes until right now. And I've played this game so much already, it's kind of funny. Shows how little I pay attention to some of the more... whoa! Some of the more non-gameplay. There we go. There's a better word for that, but I could have... Well, let's see what's in the very safe laboratory. Let's see. All attacking and powers disabled gain one of each repro. Limit one mighty repro. Huh. They're both repro focused. That's funny. So yeah, very safe labs give you like... I think they're called experimental augs. And they are very, very powerful, but have some sort of very big detraction. And since we're going to play safe, I don't think I'm going to take either of these. But I want to tell you right now that I want to take the no attacking, no powers, gain one of each repro. There was a run in 20XX I had where I took effectively the same power up in that game. And it was like one of the most fun runs I had. And so almost any time I normally see that, I'll do it just for funsies. I'm super interested in trying a limit one mighty repro, but given that I think it would forcefully use the current repro, I don't know, that might not be a terrible idea, but nah, we'll play it safe, especially since the armor set that we're gonna try building here, the Zookeeper's set, is you want there to be a lot of the repros, not just one big one. I forgot that thing shoots out a projectile after you destroy it. Or maybe it just got its attack off and I didn't before I killed it. Haha. Okay, don't... There we go. Boy, taking a lot of hits for somebody who chose to not be able to heal. Damage increased by 30% after a wall jump. I'm actually gonna not take that. I'm maybe hoping a little too much that I'm just going to get the stuff I need to make this weapon viable. The armor capsules are worth 10 more. Yeah, I'll take that. Whee. Oh, Gravity Man's stage from Mega Man 5. You sure did do this gimmick. Actually, when it comes to... oh, that was silly of me. Hey, there's the trader. I'll finish that story in a second. Okay, I'm not trading you that. Ooh! Yeah, we're taking it. It gave us Owlhawk. Yeah, so I've been talking about armors, and that's these cores that are like colored over here. But there's also 4 pieces of armor that actually change your appearance, very Mega Man X-y. Although they only function to power up cores of the corresponding body type. But if you don't have a core of the body type when you get the resonant armor, it'll give you one for free. It's just unfortunate that we got Owlhawk's Reign because we're not going to be using powers, and power kills might restore health. Although I think they modified that and maybe haven't changed the wording, because power kills, it's just like you always get health back. It's just a very small amount. So, oh well. Whoops! Don't. All right, let's do this. Ooh, yes, armor. We like armor. Armor, as in. That'd be like, what, White Hearts in... Oh no, what's that game called? The crying baby one. Fight mom. Binding of Isaac. Okay. Whew, we got there in the end. Binding of Isaac. Armor is temporary health. You don't count for certain things in the game as having actually taken damage if you get hit while you have armor that can take that hit, so... It's just, now I'm referring to like 3 different things in the game as armor, which is a little, Yes, this boss... I'm not a fan of the way they did this boss's, bullet patterns. I really wish it had been more, properly patterned. Because it just kind of looks messy, I think, in a lot of cases. Oh, dang it. Did one more projectile at the end there. That was... Yeah, it was my bad. Oh, also, I think I clicked through the bosses. It's called, like, Experiment 7? Or something? Experiment 9? I'm so used to clicking through everything. Autodrone is a fun... Technically, the Autodrone counts as a repro. Even though it's a special weapon. Who do I want to go after next? Let's do you, because you're also... This is a fight that's not that bad, really, but because of the weapon I'm using, it's a boss that's hard to stay shooting on with the Verity Beam easily, because the boss is very high up in the air all the time. Or at least most of the time. God, I'm just running into shit over and over. I admittedly don't, by default, do not play this game safe. I play it very, I just barrel forward. I know I said I'm not a speedrunner, but I've played the game so much that I like to barrel forward while playing it. And some of the situations where... So it's a timed platform, more of a platforming challenge, which is fine, but I have no, I've got no movement upgrades currently. What do we got? Okay. As much as I would love to take a boot for some movement upgrade, like I was just talking about, neither of these are... Oxjack's Blitz is one that I do like. 1 Second Fly is also very useful. We're actually going to take Excalibur, though. We need attack damage up to make Verity Beam be good. Continue to be good later. Because now the base damage is higher. The real hope and pray is that we get more Beam Edition challenges. Because as you get new beams, they stack, like Super Metroid style, which I love, and more games need to freaking do that. I was actually complaining to a friend of mine recently about how I hate that indie games, most indie games anyway, seem to be, like, scared of allowing the powers that players gain in their games to actually fully stack. And there's so many instances of you have to choose between them. And, like, even when that means, like, you always have them, but you have to constantly go into a menu and re-equip them. You know, this one for this situation, and that one for that situation. And it's just like, why can't I just have all the beams combined together, like in Metroid? Super Metroid, I mean, and Metroid Dread and Fusion, whatever. Not Metroid Prime, though. No. That would have apparently been too much. It's completely first-person shooter version of Metroid and 2D, the platformer version. Obviously, they gotta balance them differently. Ooh. You know what? We'll take Core Collector. That'll make it a little more feasible for me to take not core CP increasers later, so hopefully... Hey! Whirling Death fueled by your powers. I kind of want to take that just because... The problem is, I think it doesn't do anything unless I actually... You know what? We're going to take it because I'll try to remember to... I'll try to remember to use to summon the this guy. The little green dude that I got from the boss. Try to remember to use that guy more. I don't know that. Oh, the trader's up there, but I don't know if I can get up there. Oh, wait, hold on. Yes! Trade me this. Oh, I have no scraps. I've got no scraps. I would have to trade my max health thing doodle. I'm not doing that. Ow. See, that's why I'm not doing that, because I need all the health I can get. I just keep running into things, and then praying that boxes and enemies drop health later. That one didn't. Do I have a... No, I don't have a token for the slots. Shop! Oh my gosh, look at all... These are all repros. What is going on? Did I do something that is causing the game to want to be repro focused? Let's do... You... 59. You... And you. And now I have no money. Oh, thank you for the immediate armor. Since we actually have that item that doubles up armor drop. They're worth 10 more. Sorry, it doesn't double them. They're worth 20 by default. But we also have, Repro's access of 1 level higher, so... The bat actually doesn't attack things. It makes bat enemies become your allies. Which is a pretty neat function. Capital punishment. I need to be careful here and not... Well, I made the same mistake I always make somehow. They didn't come as far over as I was expecting. What I like is you can shoot the explosive boxes that come out of the ground here into the fists so that he'll take more damage. There we go. That actually went really well. Whee! Your auto rebuilds to 25% more damage. Or more money. I'm actually not going to be taking powers. And I'll explain in a second. I was actually starting to talk about that earlier, and I didn't. I'm assuming... Yeah, it's just called Auto Drone. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to take the money. Like many a roguelike. Let's do you next. Money is obviously very useful, since shops offer options. Offer options that makes money to spend in shops as opposed to relying purely on drops. Very good. Ooh. Dang. Ooh. Oh, that was the bat thing. when a bat becomes your ally, its way of attacking the other enemies is to just run into them and self-destruct. You're gonna still see me constantly try to attack bats, though, just out of habit. Oops, suddenly this fight's super easy. I wonder if that was intentional, like if they've left that in for people who can make the jump without taking damage or whatever, but it always felt like a bit of an oversight. Because we kill this mid-boss before we even get to the mid-boss room as a result. Alright, let's see here. Slain foes spawn vicious friendly flaps. That kind of sounds fun. Overkilling enemies by 30 plus sends a shockwave. Well, that's not going to work because we don't do damage in big numbers. Let's actually just take the scrap. Man, we keep running into the terminals, but none of them are going to be what I'm looking for. Okay, another... Man, We're getting a lot of these in this run, which is good, but it's a little weird. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, come on, let's, there we go. Let's get that one without... Okay, hold on, what am I... Oh, I'm being an idiot. We can just do this. Dang it! And we're down to silver. And I blew it already. Now my favorite part is that the fireball things don't turn off. So we could have taken damage on the way out. No core expander. Charge your attacks. Charge your... That's not useful. Additional charge strikes while at full corruption. That's not useful. Damn it. We're not getting the options after we do these things that I was hoping for. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, beam room. Please give us good options. Nice. There we go. That went pretty smooth. Yes! Oh, I kind of want to take this, but we're going to take the retro fork, because now look at our gun. Oh, man. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. And I don't even, like, you know, the technical boost of it shooting behind me is nice, but really, dude, max health would be good. I'm gonna re-roll it. Yo! That'll make up for the core expander I missed just a little bit ago because of not getting a gold. Yeah, it shooting behind me is nice and all, but what's even better is that if I stand on top of an enemy, all those bullets will hit it simultaneously. Ooh. Damn it, honey. You need to give me... Okay, whatever. We're going to take... If I use the correct button. I'm going to take the core... What is my core? Oh, 9 and 3. Okay, I'm not going to buy a second one. Not yet, anyway. Ooh, we could... Weirdly, it's the idea with Face Smasher is it's only supposed to attack when you perform a charged attack. And Reboot's only supposed to shoot a laser if you defend from projectiles. But I swear they will occasionally attack on their own regardless. But since I can't charge, and I don't have anything that defends against projectiles currently, I don't know that I won't take those. What's this? Max health plus and also full health. No. Powers deal more damage. What's this? Hitting a new enemy grants 10% damage for 3 seconds. Armor bloom grants a bunch of armor. Increase your speed. Man. I'm actually gonna take Face Smasher. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong and it does literally nothing, but I love having shit tons of repros with me though. It's just funny. Zed Primus. See what I mean there about if I stand inside of something with the tip of my gun, the whole thing, all of the bullets hit. Oh, and of course, as soon as I take 1 damage, I start taking a bunch more. Not super enthused with their explosion animations either, but your amplify abilities, I don't care. Money. Alright, up next is Legacy Deep first. The bird boss and the like clock 4 clocks boss I consider to be pretty easy myself, so the black wind howls, it calls to you, take a stupid risk, it'll be fun. I wonder if him saying the black wind begins to howl is actually a Chrono Trigger reference, or if, like, on purpose, or what. I have no idea. Cores can't use this level, be restored to full health. Nah. We're only 3 points off of full health, so... Oh, this weird little bastard. This thing... So now the gun I'm using is definitely not great, because it's so hard to reach an enemy that's just, like, up in the air constantly. I'm saying that about the Capital Punishment guy, too. Ah, there we go. We got it. Attack damage scales up with health. Yeah, we will take that. Come on, hit it. Thank you. Man, again with the... It's still not one of the ones that I don't have, but... Okay, fine. I'll just let that block destroy the enemy for me. Oh, right! I kept saying I was going to talk about something, about the powers, and then didn't. And that's basically just... I wish powers were a little easier to use. 20XX was much worse about it, I will say that. This game is considerably better when it comes to powers being viable. Like, whoa! I actually do talk about it in our 20XX co-op playthrough that Ronaldo and I did years back, about how it's just too hard to get energy back in a, like, meaningful way, like meaningfully easily, because it's just like, especially in a game like this where enemy health scales up and scales up and scales up rather than being set like it is in a Mega Man game. And all your special weapons are sharing one quote-unquote MP meter. And then you just had to hope for energy drops. But then you're in a boss fight where there's no energy drops because there's no small enemies dying to give you drops. The boss... And it doesn't matter, once the boss is dead, the fight's over. And the only other thing that I can remember that actually refilled energy was the Owlhawk armor's, like, oh, your normal attacks might refill some energy, or did refill, depending on the version of the game. And it's like, well, now I'm in a boss fight. There's nothing for me to kill quickly for energy to expend on the special weapons on the bosses, and some of the special weapons took up a lot of energy, and you had to hope that you got all the drops for building a powers-based build. Yeah. It wasn't impossible by any means, but it was a lot more difficult than it needed to be to actually use powers. And I really do think the fact that the game's built like a Mega Man game, but you only have one energy bar, where Mega Man games have separate energy meters for every special weapon, is like the main problem. This game is much better about it, partly because they consolidated health and energy drops. You just get energy back from health drops. Which is helpful during the stage. But again, there's no way to refill energy during a boss fight. And in a game like this where health values end up scaling super high, unless you get, of course, the God build where your powers do insane damage in a single shot, it just still doesn't feel useful enough. Defending against projectiles and powers you take... That's funny, just like the computer repro. We're actually going to take this useless garbage. The useless garbage trades to the trader for 5 scrap. So, it's better than taking the 2 scrap, I don't like any of the other options option. having that diagonal shot is useful. Ooh, I love these literal, like, the computer game snake enemies in this game. Very fun design. Well, in this stage, I guess. They're only in this stage and the everything at the same time from every stage previously final boss stages. But yeah, fun design. Very cute. Love that. Holy hi! Whoop. Yeah, let's just do this. Ooh, what's this? Shot limit +2. Not helpful for this. Yeah, sure, let's take that. You might notice my health bar just disappeared because they needed to consolidate the menu size because I just... Fuck. Okay, yep, okay, let's stop being stupid, me. There we go. Okay, I don't think there's anything over there. Some of the boss antechambers are weirdly shaped. Like, why is this antechamber so tall? Oh, we had a token. Like, I get that the stages are randomly generated by using basically, modular rooms that the game is putting together randomly to create stages, but you'd think that would make an antechamber like this weirder to work with as a result. But I don't know. I'm not the game dev. I'm sure they have their reasons. That doesn't necessarily mean they're the right choice, but I'm sure they have their reasons. And we're just going to take the Band of Might. I'm going to be very boring about this. That's just basic attack power up. And we need that. We need that for this gun. We are hoping to get some other beams that are going to stack, that are going to give us even more crazy bullets. Whoop. Hello. Sorry, buddy. I've got diagonal shots. Come on, buddy. There's actually a Chivo for beating him without destroying any of these shape things that he summons. And I got it once, but I wasn't trying. It just sort of happened. I like this second half of the fight. I think this is a fun boss fight gimmick. He can't take damage directly. At least he's not supposed to be able to. It can be a little janky. But then you've got these little pictures of his head that came behind the rotating bars to hit that and do damage to him. Oh boy. Nice. We did take a bunch of hits, but at least we had all that armor. Whoop. The Memoria stuff the bosses drop is for buying the permanent upgrades and such. Remnant of Determination. Enemy heads become springs. Oh, yeah, this literally lets you, like, jump off of enemies like Mario. This is a fun thing I really like, that I would love to see a more traditional Mega Man game do. So if you don't take a boss's weapon, which will always be the thing on this platform right here, and if you're playing co-op, second player stuff is on top here. But if you don't take a boss's weapon, later rooms will offer a permanent passive AUG based on the boss in some form, which I think is super cool. I know you'll probably see me take the Zen Primus one later too, because it's a shield. But I think that is a really cool idea. Like, I'd love to see a mainline Mega Man, or a mainline Mega Man game, but like a traditionally structured, non-roguelike Mega Man game offer that sort of, like, maybe being able to toggle, but when you go into a stage, toggle between having the boss's weapon or the boss's, like, passive bonus or something. That'd be super cool, I think. Alright, let's see here. Yep, we're gonna do Echo Beast next. I also don't think Echo Beast is too super hard, so I tend to keep these 3 bosses for the last part of the run. And since I'm playing safe for the sake of this video, just gonna do this like normal, take the fights in the ways that I feel are safest. Okay. This is why the Contra guys could save the world from alien invasions with just machine guns. When you just got the infinite rapid fire, man, you can get a lot of work done. Oh, this is different. So we have a blue one rather than a red one. Gauntlets are, well, gauntlets. We're about to see just shitloads of enemies on our way to a kind of mini-boss fight. That thing, because that's actually been summoning an enemy in over and over and over. Hard to tell, of course, because I've been blowing everything up. I actually do tend to try to go through and kill everything in these situations, because the enemies in Gauntlets do drop health and money like normal. Like, nothing did in this situation, but you know what I mean? They can. And I can jump into projectiles. It's my special ability. Probably don't take that passive if you don't take my special weapon. Hey, see? Money. Okay, buddy. Ugh. Of course, stopping to fight everything in a what was this called? I just forgot the word already. Gauntlet. In a gauntlet can also be dumb if you just keep taking damage. Alright, but yeah, at the end of a gauntlet, you'll fight an enemy that's like noticeably based off of an armor piece. So this guy's got the boots. Oops, that was weird. He also has this weird-ass attack that looks kind of stupid and is really hard to avoid because he's got, like, no fucking error on his attack timing. Yeah, and this is how you would normally get resonant stuff. Resonant boots. Bonus jump. Nice. And because we have the resonant armor piece, we have triple jump, not just double jump. But who doesn't love double jump? Oh, jeez. I just forget the spikes when you pass through the semi-solids. Uh-oh. Okay, don't get hit. Oh, come on! What in the... How did I do that to myself? Hold on, here's... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I have triple jump. There, see? Oh, heck yeah. Give me that. And the core extender. Nice. So we have another just straight up attacking repro now. No, nothing special. We don't need to shoot charged attacks or block bullets or something. It just hurls crystals at shit. It's actually based off this stage and this stage's boss. Dang it. I wasn't paying attention to the timing of jumping those shots. There we go. I do love this gun. Core Luddite, 80% increased damage with while no cores are equipped. That is a run type I do want to try sometime, but obviously we are heavily loaded on. That's the sort of thing you would need to, I feel like should be something you only choose at the beginning of a run and not find randomly in the middle of a run, because that's like, that shit's a build around. Like, that's something you have a whole run devoted to having that ability. Oh, we're taking Patient Hunter. That's a good one. That is a power that's like a good kind of... Hello? You sure you want this? Oh, okay, I've seen this before. Damn. So that's us, but it's the past. An unkillable weapon with an uncontrollable will. Easy to politicize. easy to demonize. So this is very much derived from Mega Man X. Although in that game series, X was in the capsule because Dr. Light wanted to be absolutely certain that nothing would go wrong with X, and then he ended up in the capsule for like 100 years or something before it was found by Dr. Kane. Here, the idea of why Nina, the Mega Man X analog, is being kept in a capsule somewhere is because she's choosing to basically remove herself as a factor in what's going on in her world. And I think that is actually a really fun take on the concept. If it feels like I'm flip-flopping between criticizing things about the game and praising things about the game, that's because I have nuance. But I do like this. There's a whole story thing going on here I'm not going to touch on too much, like more overarchingly. This is one of those like alternate not alternate route, I don't think. This is just a special scene you get because I have a key that lets me access this through a terminal in this stage. But I've seen it before, so wake me up when there's work to do. Yup. That part does feel a little Mega Man Zero-y. Oh, and there's Ace. Or Zero Analog. If the world knew I existed, would I feel the same way? I'll keep watch for you. And that feels kind of like a mix of Proto Man and Zero's stories there. What's interesting to me... So yeah, this is the thing you would get that, like, kind of progresses the meta story. I already have it, but... Huh, weird. There's like a... It feels like I'm supposed to be able to ring the bell. But nothing's actually happening. Oh, well. That is funny. I kind of forgot about that. It's unfortunate. For a moment, for like half a moment, I was like, oh my god, did I finally get some more progress the one time I decided to record this game? But unfortunately not. At least, not so far. Who knows? Maybe I'll get super lucky by the end of the run. And accidentally do something that'll give me the progress. Armored enemies are an absolute pain in the tootie. You have to go over those in the ground enemies to make them stop. Or not stop, to make them... Something hitting me? To make them come out of the ground. Damn it. Rocket Beam is not useful for this. I'm actually not really sure what use Rocket Beam is broadly. It's conceptually fun. Basically, your projectiles come out like more or less on a spot and then rocket forward like a rocket, and they have an explosion effect when they hit things. But I don't actually know if there's like an explosion, like an AoE. That'd be useful. Otherwise, it's just a kind of weird firing pattern that I'm not sure is like that great. Yeah, I'll take the Smuggler Attractor. Now the Smuggler Trader will show up in every stage going forward. Because it's, you know, it's a roguelike, so it's otherwise random. I'm sure I don't need to explain that, but... Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Different roguelikes have different amounts of, I've got to remember that I have freaking triple jump. Yeah, more health. Give me the more health. Thank you. I have got to remember to freaking use my triple jump. Holy crap. I'm just going back there to check and see if there was like an item box I didn't have. Or hadn't opened, I mean. I jump... Ooh, health. Give me that. I like this. This is a nice little platforming challenge. There's some, like, little platforming challenges in some of these stages that I really like and kind of wish were... It's the sort of thing that makes me wish it wasn't a roguelike and that I could just see like a really fully fleshed out version of some of these ideas rather than them just being kind of weird one-off gimmicks that you might not even ever see because of the whole randomly generated stages thing. But, you know, they wanted to make a roguelike, so random factors. Alright, sleepy boy. Echo Beast, slumbering. God, that art is so adorable. I love Sentry Beast's the art for its a name reveal there, whatever you want to call it. Introduction, boss intro. What did we ever call those in the Mega Man and X games something specific? I can't remember. The little intro screens where it said the boss's names. Usually played a jazzy tune. It's a jazzy tune. My favorite one, bar none, the best one, is in my not my least favorite X game, but one of my least favorite X games, X5. The X5 soundtrack absolutely slaps to hell. It's so good. So even if I don't enjoy the game all that much, I would listen to that soundtrack all day and all night. I actually use the boss intro jazz, or it's like a guitar riff. I use it on my stream as my follower alert. Ooh. Gain 2 random repros. Oh, don't mind if I do. Yes, we got a straight up, another one that's just a straight up attacker. That's good. If you get a duplicate repro, by the way, it just levels up the copy of it you already have. There's only... Oh, now that I think about it, the computer repro, I think... No, there's a repro that's just a shield that orbits you. If you get multiple copies of that, it actually adds to multiple copies rather than leveling up the one shield, which is neat. I like that. The load screen tip wasn't there for very long because the game, loads nicely quick. But it said something like, the year is not actually 30XX. As of the last time the game updated, it is 2024. At least I think it said 2024. It could have said 2023. I don't know. Maybe they haven't updated that yet. But it was there for so little because the game loads so quickly that I didn't even get a chance to read it. Funny thing about having triple jump is that one of this stage's gimmicks is these wing panels. As you jump through them, you'll gain that wing, and it's one more jump in the air. The stage obviously, has some platforming challenges related to using that, regardless of what your movement upgrades look like, which is cool. Again, that would be a really cool thing to see, like, in a more fleshed out, dedicated, non-random stage design, a more traditional Mega Man game. It'd be that sort of thing that's like, oh, if you struggle with platforming, go to this stage later when you have more platforming powers, etc. Ooh, this guy again, but instead of him giving us a challenge for the rest of this stage, we're gonna fight him. What'll it be this time? Let's see. Taking damage this level locks attacks and powers for 3 seconds. Oof, that sucks. If we defeat him, we get Owlhawk's Focus, which we have no use for. So, sorry, buddy. We only got the one Zookeeper's core and nothing else. Oh, no more Zookeeper. I mean, we have Owlhawk's Reign, which I don't give a crap about. And Dracoben's Bound, which I do give a crap about because triple jump is very nice. Ooh, yes, give me armor, especially since I'm probably gonna... Oh, nice, I didn't touch the spikes. Spikes do not insta-kill you by default in this game, but there is a... there's a like, challenge thing you can toggle, kind of like Heat in Hades. What's it called here? It's Entropy. It's called entropy in this game. But you can turn on an entropy toggle that either makes them do, like, triple damage or one-hit KO you. What I love is there's, like, a description on... Or was it... There's something in the game related to that where it's, like, the version of it where the spikes in pits one-hit kill you. There's a description on it that says, remember your... elders, or like remember your beginnings or something like that, because it's referencing, you know, spikes and pits being one-hit kills in Mega Man. Charge attacks deal bonus damage. Well, we're not using that. We're going to take this other stack of Patient Hunter, actually. That's good stuff. Ooh, hello, trader. Ah, yes, take the junk. Zookeeper still repos deal a 25% additional. So much for this being a Verity Beam run. This is a friggin' 14 out of 36. I'm barely using my CP at all. This is just a repro run. Which is, you know, sucks we don't have more Zookeeper armor parts, but, you know, whatever. We're going just repros all day, every day. Which, I'm for it. I love the repros. I think they're a lot of fun. Best things about having double jump in this part of the stage, as you can see, the gimmick here is that come on, please hit it, thank you, is that the air is like pushing up against us. High velocity attacks have higher shot velocity. This weapon already has a pretty high weapon velocity, so I'm not entirely sure that increasing the bullet velocity in this game has any like really... Well, actually, it might make the Verity Beam better now that I think about it. Because I was playing earlier and doing charge shot builds. And it was kind of like, does the charge shot flying faster really matter? I think it's a fun power-up, so I kept taking it whenever I saw it anyway, but since the Verity Beam actually does damage by, you know, lots of little shots, getting more shots into the enemy faster... Yeah, this might actually be a real DPS increase. As mentioned that before, you're going to see me keep trying to attack bat enemies called flaps. But because we have the flap repro, they keep joining me instead. Ooh, this is good. This is good. This is another resonant armor thingy, which means a new... Well, hopefully new. I guess we do have a Buster upgrade already. So if we get the Buster upgrade, we won't get a new a new armor, core armor, but you know. Oops, just ran straight into that knife. Knife with a propeller. The propeller. I never made that connection before. The propeller knife from Shovel Knight. I wonder if that was inspired by Shovel Knight at all. Shovel Knight's a good game. Alright, what is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? It's the Buster. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, actually, yes, it is terrible. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, we don't have a gun upgrade. Unfortunately, the gun upgrades are basically useless for the Verity Beam. Your attack kills restore energy. Yay. You know what? What do these two do? I don't remember. Oh! Okay. Okay, you know what? You know what? We're gonna use that. So this is a really... Here's I'm gonna praise the game again. Here's a really cool thing. So... you can't have all 8 weapons simultaneously. You can keep 6 weapons on you and then 2 more in reserve. But you can't even have 6 different powers ready to go at any one time, partially because instead of swapping between weapons like in a Mega Man game, you just have 3 different buttons that use your powers. But when you have 2 powers on top of each other, it combines them together into a new thing. And so in this case, we, instead of having Crushing Void or Auto Drone, we now have Power Within, which just does constant damage to anything but that we're standing close enough to, which is really cool. I mean, the power itself is really cool, but I also mean, like, just the combining powers thing. Genius. It makes me wish that powers were a more consistently viable way to play the damn game. Now, again, I've said it's much better here in 30XX than it was in 20XX. And I have absolutely 100% done relatively consistent powers runs. It's, you know, obviously it's very dependent on getting the right stuff and including the right first few bosses so that you have the powers to combine that you really want to have your weapon, you know, the like main power that you're going to be using throughout the game. But now here's an interesting one. This boss. Okay, we're taking this +1 attack damage per level and also now. So yeah, we're going to take that. Man, I wish I had enough left over for a Mega Heart, but we're just going to have to live with it. I could take this, but again, we're not really using the CP that much this run. That's part of why I did it again. Omega Hoot. The owl's called Omega Hoot, which is a really fun name. And you can see how having strong movement upgrades is really good. Oh yeah, but so this is the boss fight. And you'll notice it's not a boss in a box like most Mega Man stuff. Instead, we're chasing Omega Hoot through the stage. Which I do think is neat. I'm not sure if it's... What? Seriously? It can be a little wonky, a little janky as far as a boss fight, a Mega Man style boss fight goes, but... Dang it. Ah. It is possible, it's not super easy, but it is possible to kill him before this. Before he ends up in the final little room. There's a Chivo attached to it. Unfortunately, I've never accomplished it after the Chivo was added. I only accomplished it before that. So, oops. Ah, here it is. I'm taking this. So now we get Remnant of Flame. Gain a barrier that protects you from 1 hit. And the little extra bit of dialogue there on that was that barriers are stored after enough enemies are slain. There you go. Which, I guess maybe it's supposed to be a bit comedic that Zen Primus is described as being a pacifist. And he's, like, designed to look kind of like a monk and all this. But he's obviously, like, an angry gorilla boss. And his shield, which could have been, you know, a good note on being a pacifist boss, refills by killing enemies. I guess maybe that's supposed to play into the hypocrisy of the character or whatever. It's supposed to be an oxymoronic design. A black wind howls. It calls to you. Take a stupid risk. Let's see. Hazards deal plus 30 damage this level, but we'll gain 160 armor at the end. This is a stage full of hazards. I also realized that I totally forgot that there were actually boss powers I wanted for the Verity Gun. So this one kind of stupid. We're gonna do it this time. There is a powers combination that makes your shots home in on the nearest enemy. And I probably don't have to explain why that would be awesome with this gun. I might actually have footage of me doing what was essentially like the most cracked out Verity beam I've ever made with that power combination. Reroll it? Yo! That was a good reroll. We love those. We love that for us. We do have a bunch of armor currently, so it might be that we're going to trade the armor we have for the armor reward. Hopefully we just won't lose all the armor we've got. That would be preferable, obviously. But, hey! Stop hitting me. Yeah, I've already lost a bunch of it. Oh, well, I say that. There we go. I'm not giving you that. Ooh, we can power up penance. Yeah, let's do it. I'm not 100% sure what a powered up penance does. I think it means you do more damage to the target, the marked target. Damn. Didn't get it without touching the spikes that time. I can't kill that thing, by the way, that thing that's chasing me. Just in case somebody was gonna leave a comment. I don't know, the way I said that to myself felt like it was supposed to be subtle, God, I can't remember the word now. You know, subliminal. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Wouldn't that be amazing if you left a comment? I'm being so subliminal right now. Leave a comment. Man! Just repros all day and all night. What the heck? Do we have Gapminder yet? We don't, but Gapminder doesn't... Prevents fall and spike damage 3 times per level. Spews flame cones. It'd be kind of nice to power up Tiny Flame Spewer. Me kills fuel item drops. That is different than the armor-specific one we have. Nah, let's power up the Dragon Head. Oh, if you're curious about what does a higher rank friendly flap do, I think higher level flap enemies can just not be affected by a lower level flap friendly flap, so they don't join you, like they're still just regular enemies. Like these white ones with the single eyeball. I think those ones, if I just had like the lowest level friendly flap, would not be affected, I think. Ooh, a token. Ooh! Full resonant armor, let's do it! This is why I took the resonant, that random lucky resonant at the beginning. Because it's otherwise quite difficult to actually have 4 of the gauntlet rooms show up. There is an endless mode for this game, I should note. Like, we're not doing that. We're going to, hopefully, fight and defeat the final boss, etc. But There is like an endless mode, so it's not like it's impossible. It's like super, super impossible to get the, with, you know, to get 4 resonant rooms or something, or 4 gauntlet rooms, I mean. It's just, you know, you've got an option there if that matters a super lot. I mean, obviously that would be like the best way to ensure that we got all 4 of, like armor cores or something, but... And now that I'm calling them armor cores, and I'm realizing, that sounds like something. That sounds like maybe a video game? Man, what's a game called Armor Cores? Any of you leave a message? Comment? Yeah, let's get the phrase wrong, Jason. Any of you ever heard of a game that might be called Armor Cores? Leave a comment about that. I kind of love how the helmet one is represented by an oversized head that the sub-boss is sitting inside of. Oh god, oh god. I do love the constantly shrinking, like, a lot of the enemy designs in this game I do like, despite having criticized that one boss. Alright. We already had a head. What was it? Oh, it was the Zookeeper! Oh, that's great! So now the Repros should act as if they're 2 levels higher. Nice. We got Repros for days at this point, so we've also got me screwing up my platforming for days. There we go. I was like, can somebody give me that? There we go. Whee. It's actually possible to get a 4th double jump. 1, 2, yeah. So by triple jump, obviously we mean 1 jump off the ground and 2 in the air. You can get a 3rd air jump because if you complete a full set of core armors. So like I've been talking about trying to complete the Zookeepers, which is the yellow one. Hey, cool, great. Well, it's definitely going to be replacing armor with the and not gaining armor on top of armor from that challenge for this stage. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, what was I saying? Right, if you get all 4 pieces of one armor group, the whole set, if you wear it all at once, the whole set becomes powered up. So if you have the full Dracopent set, you'll have 3 air jumps, so 4 jumps in total. Okay. Ooh, discount Mega Heart, we take those. Doppelgel, let's take the risk. So this is just going to become a copy of a stackable AUG we already have. It became another stack of Mega Heart. Okay, you know what? I dig it. I dig it. Grants a random core. Do it! What did I get? More Owlhawk! God damn it! I mean, the Owlhawk body is the powers-focused one, so... You know, if you were trying to do a powers run like I was talking about earlier, that's the set you want. A shame that that's not what I'm doing. But at least I guess I now have better powers efficiency for the one that my combined thing noodle. Let's see if we can take out these things. Here we go. Well, oh my god, it destroys their projectiles because their projectiles are destructible. Okay, that's very cool, actually, and I hadn't really... Well, except for the lasers. That one was my fault. Okay. Okay. That went pretty well. Not the best. The best kill on that boss I've had was one single... so this... When it's combined with most of the other powers, it basically gigantifies the power in some way. And there's a hurricane attack that goes like fully vertically, kind of like the charged tornado in Mega Man X1. I had a really good powers build once. Came in here, and you gain the ability to like charge shot the spell, the certain powers, and just went over here, went boop, laid down the one tornado, stood over here, and it just stayed there for like twice as long as it was supposed to because of all the power-ups I had, and destroyed them in one shot. It was really great. Oh shit, yeah, Remnant of Sound. And now my bullets bounce. Obviously, if we're standing on the enemy, that doesn't help, but in like the stage, it's going to help a lot. Level 9, Eleanor the Architect. Time to go into the final stages of the game. Oh, hi. Yeah, sure. Play safe. Okay, don't take damage. Oh, it's a platforming challenge. Which is funny because, of course, we have triple jump, which will be very helpful for... I don't know if I wanted to do that. I don't think I did. Okay. So I think we want to go down? Yeah, okay. Can't, I can't see forward very far in this situation. Nice. Still no Zookeepers. Oh my god. Your charged attacks vaporize enemy shots. Charge temperatures. There's a lot of armors, core armors that are good with your charge shot, and nothing that works with Verity Beam. So yeah, we're just gonna take that Mega Heart. We're 400 health. That's good. That is a pretty substantial amount of health. Not the highest. I think there's a Chivo for beating a run with 600? 600 health? I think it was 600. Dang it. Darn. Darn it. Kind of keep going for health even though I'm at full health. That's partially because whenever my very like defensive builds tend to include the Armatort helmets, the blue one. We don't have any blue ones to look at, but yeah, they're all like animal themed in their like naming. Dracopent, Armatort, Owlhawk, etc. Oops. Okay, we're fine. Looking around for things to destroy, but of course, we're getting into the final stages, so I'm also trying to be careful. Yeah, the Armatort armor is all about defense in various ways. I think it's actually one of the strongest sets in the game. The head makes it so that every time you pick up... Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, you know what? I should just do it from over here. The head makes it so that every time... Oh, there was just a thing there. Every time you pick up health, there's just an opportunity to get armor from that health drop. Oh yeah, we actually, because of the rebound, it's even easier to hit the snake things, because now we can hit them while we're running away. Oops. Okay. I said we're going to play safe, and I meant it. And part of the reason for that is you're going to see me basically just stand inside bosses for the rest of this game. Like, You're gonna see me fight bosses in the stupidest possible way. It is a shame we don't have the Armatort chest, because that makes you have no knockback when you get hit, so you just continue to stand there. You take the damage, obviously, but you don't get pushed around. You won't stop attacking as a result, which is, especially with something like the Verity Beam, he is really good, because then you can literally just stand there. Oh, we got the boss. Time to go? Nope. This dude gets right back up, but he's in pieces. It's fun, though. I wonder, I only just thought of this. I wonder if that's supposed to be their way of kind of combining the Mega Man 2 Dragon with the Mega Man 1 and 3 and a bunch of other ones, Yellow Devil. Since the Yellow Devil, like, you know, splits into pieces and stuff. So they did a dragon that splits into pieces. Armor capsules are worth 10 more armor. Yes. Yes, and please also, and thank you. Man. Weird repro armor run. I wish we'd gotten... could maybe get lucky later, right before the final boss, and get some swaggy bonuses to the beam, but unfortunately we're not going to get anything like that before the boss of this stage, or the two bosses after that boss. Yeah, we're in the end game, so we're about to just kind of hit boss after boss after boss. Ooh, murder drone! Yeah. Give me murder drone, please. I only have one. Oh. Oh, you only trade one, so it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm going to do that just because I don't believe we're going to get any more scrap anyway. Or I don't know that we're going to be able to see the... well, the trader might actually show up in the very final... the spot before the final boss that I was kind of referencing. Wait, is that something attacking me, or was that my guy's crystal being bounced back at us by these kind of mirror reflector things? Okay. I feel like... Oh, I mean, obviously this stage is kind of long, because that's sort of... You know, you expect that in a... in the final stages of a game. This is kind of just the final stage of the game. There's a bit of stage after the next few bosses, but it's kind of a gimmick. Ooh, token. Wonder if we'll actually see a... We should see a token... slot machine later. Oh man, Beam Enthusiast! That's one of my favorites! We've only got 2 beams! Whatever, we're gonna take it. Just in case. If we get lucky in that last room, we'll get a couple more beams to stack on, and the Beam Enthusiast power-up will get even better. I mean, technically with 2 beams, it's already giving us, I think, +1 attack power. And everything helps the Verity Beam, so... I love how many freaking repros you can have on you. I said that earlier, I believe, but, like, look at this. Look at this ridiculousness. I'm getting into a 3rd row. God. And because we have the armor creating repro, like, man, we've just been... And those armors are worth more power-ups. Just like, shit. Yeesh. Unintentional, unkillable build. The thing about roguelikes that I'm not... Like, I get that that's part of the fun, but it's always been one of the things about them that is why I'm not actually much of a fan, is the builds can be so cool if the game lets you build them, you know. I was trying to build around the Verity Beam and the game went, repros. Like, like weirdly repros. Okay, there's nothing down there. So it's just like, that's cool, but then also it's been like, but no Zookeeper. Just one Zookeeper armor, that's it. All of the Zookeeper stuff, like, either empowers you because of how many repros you have, or powers up the repros. With the exception of the boots. The boots just give you high jump. And yes, like I said much earlier, I do go back and I just double check all the corners for everything. It's really cool to have the full resonance set. It's not the first time I've done that, but it's always nice to get the whole thing. Oh, man. Armor, okay. Tokens aren't used for anything else that I'm aware of, at least not that I can remember, so there's kind of no reason not to roll at a casino machine whenever you see it. A fruit machine, a one-armed bandit, slots. There we go. Eleanor the Architect. That's annoying. Oh, you know what I should do? I should turn this on. Also, the damage combos, quote-unquote, in a weird way. Like, it takes a bit before the game's... of you not hitting an enemy for the game to stop adding up the damage you've been doing. That doesn't seem to factor into anything. Actually, it might factor into Ace. Ace actually, I think, has a power or like an armor piece that gives him attack buffs based on how long you've been maintaining a combo. I wish I could see what you see. Broach the thin veil that separates this world from the next. How many times have you fallen? Have I? I pray for you, hero. But it's not over yet! I wonder if that was actually a Mega Man X4 reference or not, but... Midgard, come! Whoop! Midgard, swallower of space. It's not over yet. We had to say it again. That's gotta be an X4 reference if they did it twice like that. So this is the kind of a gimmick stage, and then there's a little bit of it, a little bit more stage after the boss, but so it's not going to be super long. I say gimmick. It doesn't do anything gimmicky. It's just platforming. It's just kind of just a bunch of platforming. Ooh, okay, you know what? Let's not lose all our freaking armor to that. Let's just... Actually, we did. I'm an idiot. Oops. Good going, me. Oh, there's also these like weird orbs. And if you pick it up, you have like an aura, and then it fires with your shots, and the shot does more damage, and that's it? I guess that's part of the gimmick of the stage, but I've felt the whole time I've played this, there's gotta be like something about those that factors into like an alternate route. Because I was mentioning those earlier. I keep feeling like there's something you do or like maybe don't use it at all. And you'd get, a different ending or whatever, or just make meta story progress, but I've not managed anything. I've, like, specifically killed the rest of the bosses, with an aura active. I've specifically avoided touching them at all during, you know, a final area. You can see the backgrounds like changing between busted up versions of all the stages we've been to. Oh, look! Huh. That person looks kind of familiar. It's like there's only one other character in the game with purple hair. I've always wondered what one of you'd be like to face in battle. Give me everything you've got, or you'll die along with your Alexia and your world. That is Alexia, by the way, but Alexia from, like, a different universe. Because the game has a whole, like, instead of, like, time looping or death looping or something, it's a multiverse story. Like an infinite multiverse story, I should note. What's funny is sometimes she says that about, like, oh, I've always wanted to fight you guys. Most of the time, she just admits that she's in love with Eleanor and she's pissed that you killed her. Oops, I didn't mean to keep going in those portals. You see what I mean about, like, I'm just kind of standing in the bosses at this point. Boosh! There's one weird thing in the center, but I love this, the DNA pattern of the red and blue platforms on the way down in here. I think this is supposed to be like, now we're inside Midgard, the serpent. This is the last bit of gimmick stage. No, give me the money. Shit. Yeah, I got it. There's a final room before the boss that I mentioned a couple times already. And we will have an opportunity to spend money as a result. Power-ups are... power-ups. Item drops are a little weird. Health, money, armor drops are a little weird in this game in the way that they interact with moving platforms, but... Dang it. Taking damage isn't a whole lot of fun at this point, but I do have a huge amount of health, so... Oh, here's the final room. The final room is quite literally like a shop. Oh, the trader's not here. And you'll notice two of these statues that are the beam upgrade, like beam room challenges, and two more for glories, which give us armor core challenges. Although they no longer have a, there's no like do it quickly or don't get hurt or something like that. You just finish the room at all, and you're done. God damn it, it's doing damage everywhere, and you get all the options. I mean. Oh, cool. Now we get another piece of Zookeepers. God damn it. Okay, I guess we'll take it. Plus 20 jump height. Yeah, it'd normally be plus 10. So now we have crazy jump height. Okay, I'm not gonna... Don't do it, Jason. How did I not touch that one? Oh my gosh. Yeah, here's the other problem. The Zookeeper's arm is also based off of charging your shots. Whatever, we'll take it, even though I don't have enough points anymore. No, I have enough. I actually have 10 more points. There's no way to get the last piece, though, which sucks, but... Oh, if we buy this, it makes the cores cost less to equip, which is nice. With those 10 points, hopefully we will get... good beams. Even just one more beam to tack on would be really nice. There's two, well, there's one in particular that I'm really hoping for. Damn. That wasn't it. We'll take it, because there's kind of no reason not to. Oh! It gave me 2 beams. That was weird. And the other one it gave me, the plasma beam, only functions with charge shots, so it unequipped my Verity beam. Okay, come on, come on. This will look even stupider if we get... dumb under the ground enemy. Can't fire non-charge shots. And we don't even want Quantum Spook because we want these things to bounce and split. That sucks. I was hoping for the Forculator, which would have added... basically would have given me Spread Shot. You know, Contra. It would have added a diagonal forward up and a diagonal forward down shot. There's also Vertibeam, which adds a shot going straight up and a shot going straight down. And the best time I ever had with this gun was I got the Vertibeam, the backwards diagonals, the Forculator forwards diagonals, and the Vertibeam up and down shots, so it was shooting literally 7 different points. And then I had the power combination that made me just lock onto a boss. Yeah, it was absolutely nutsoids. We're going to take that. I would take this, but there's no chance in hell that I'll stay at full HP, so kind of no point. And they'll do what they must. I can't afford it. I actually don't know what this does. Like, I think it makes them act more frequently? Given that some of them only act on triggers, like, I'm not sure how useful that really is. Here we go. Oh, look! That looks like Ace's head, and that looks like an older version of Nina or something. Because it's literally the versions of Ace and Nina from the first game, 20XX. Aiming, by the way, is for chumps. We don't aim. Not with this setup, anyway. And Sue, when her health bar goes down, this weird Sigma from Mega Man X2 wireframe head of Ace shows up. Or Proto-Ace, or whatever the crap I'm supposed to call him. It's actually possible for old Nina to get back up in that. But it only matters that you destroy the Ace hologram. But it's still not over yet. It's still not over yet. Man, I wonder if Zero is more popular than X amongst mainstream people. I wonder if there's a way if I could tell. No clue. I will say this sucks a bit because, of course, there's no walls while fighting this guy. And now I'm really which means I really have to just stand in him. If I want to get the crazy damage. Ooh, except I don't want to. Duty compels you forward. Yeah, the invisible walls do say things at you about not going out of bounds, essentially. This is another thing. When Eleanor was using the boss's moves, that was cool. I don't think this guy using the boss's moves are like variations anyway. Makes a whole lot of sense. It kind of feels like they were just reusing assets they already had. Which, you know, game development's not easy, so fair, but from a purely just looking at the game as a product I paid for, and actually paid for a copy for a friend, you know, that's something that stands out to me. La-di-da, time to... Oh my god! Yeah, the giant ethereal ace head is going to chase us during the obligatory one thing from Metroid that showed up in every other game genre and style and thing everywhere, the escape. I wonder, I mean, obviously the escape sequence is famous in Metroid. Was there a game before the first Metroid game that had an escape sequence? I have no idea. Off the top of my head. Leave a comment if you know. So here's a weird thing. So I'm supposed to jump into that Where's Waldo looking spaceship to escape with. Actually, it's probably supposed to be a Mario 2 reference, if anything. Also, you can actually see our Alexia in there waiting for us. You can kind of just not leave if you don't want to. I'm not really sure what the point is. This makes me feel like there's something here where, like, maybe there's some secret thing I can do, but I've never figured it out, so... And yay, I didn't jinx myself into screwing it up. We totally completed the run. Oh, man. Oh, God, I took forever doing it, though. I did not think... Oh, dear crap. I spent so much time talking. That took so much longer than it should have. Normally the runs only take me like an hour or less. Whoops. This is what you get for YouTube content. I don't, at least for me, because I don't really see what the point is of, like, doing a Let's Play where I'm talking and not talking. Insufficient murder data this run. Get it a little more murdered next time. Department of Snuff runs. What a weird friggin' seed that ended up being with all the repro stuff. It still worked out. We didn't really get much in the way of other beam setups, so that would have been meaningful, so the Verity beam ended up being good. Here they are. I will not be in here even as a backer because I might have backed 20XX. I can't remember. But I didn't get around to backing 30XX, but I did buy the like, you know, the early, what does Steam call that? The early access. I bought it in early access, like really, really early, like, you know, alpha level early. Is there? Yep, okay, there's fast credits. You can also skip it, but since it's the first time I've beaten the game on the channel, it'll probably be the only time I beat the game on the channel, but, you know, we watch credits around here because it's that's what you do. It doesn't matter. Even if I straight up said that a game we played on this channel was bad, we would still watch the credits. If I didn't think a game's credits were worth watching, I wouldn't consider that. I would have to not consider it a game worth playing. I would never play a game all the way through and then not watch the credits. No matter how I felt about the game. Well, no matter how I felt about the game as a game. And if I felt that there was some reason to do with the devs that would make me not want to have their names on screen, then I just wouldn't play their game. It's pretty easy that way. Pretty simple. Ooh! Robert Brown. That's my dad's name. It's an insanely generic name. Like, my name's Jason Brown as a result, and that's... I asked... the very first time I ever went to the bank I currently use and gave them my name, because it was the first time I've seen them in person after making the account, and the lady asked for my name, and I gave her my name, and her face just, like, fell looking at the computer screen. I was like, oh, how many names? There was over 3,000 Jason Browns in their system. Which is part of the reason why I don't give a rat's ass about saying my full name. Like, Google Jason Brown. You're going to find a football player first. Probably. I'm aware that there was a relatively well-known football player named Jason Brown who retired and became a farmer. I believe. I actually saw a random story about him on Tumblr once, like a person just being like, this guy who owns a farm next to my parents' farm came over, begging for help because he was really like emotionally upset about something that was happening and wasn't sure how to deal with it, and they helped him out with it, and it turned out that guy was the ex-football player Jason Brown. Beep Company. About 10 years ago, 572 kind, hopeful folks gave us $20,000 to try and make the game we'd been dreaming of. We're still here, still dreaming, and still thankful. No matter what criticisms I have for the games, pretty much all games are minor miracles, and I'm glad the game got made, and I'm glad 30XX got made. And I hope they keep making games. For real. To our super friends. Despite the fact I played as, even from the alphas of both games, I love talking about game design theory. I don't have the emotional wherewithal to get over my anxiety to actually go into a Discord and tell devs hey, I'm playing your alpha and I think this, that, and the other. Blitz the furriest cat and Zuko the most toasted marshmallow colored cat. Cute. Powered by Fmod. Oh, thank you so much for playing my Mega Man game. Yay. Oh no! The credits don't scroll high enough up the yay to go away. Oops. There we go. Well, there we go. 30XX. Bye.